Hey everybody, welcome back to Heartland Productions. Today I'm getting excited for the holidays that are right around the corner, so I decided to put together a list of my top 15 pizza making accessories that you can have to really get your pizza making to the next level. So stay tuned. I'll put links for everything down in the description below, so hope you enjoy this list. Before I forget too, if you don't mind, if you can subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, it really does help me be able to make more of these videos. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to start with number 15. So I'd say probably the first 5 or 6 are nice to have, but you really don't have to have them, but they're things that I use all the time. I use everything that we're going to talk about today, I use every single week making pizza. The first one is this cheese shredder that fits on any KitchenAid mixer. It just comes like this. It comes with a different size, I guess these are blades. This is the one I use for mozzarella cheese. So I go to the grocery store, I buy big blocks of mozzarella cheese and I shred it fresh. When you buy fresh cheese, it melts better, it tastes better, and it's just an all-around better product. This is great. Literally in a couple minutes, you cut up the block of cheese, put the chunks in, shred it all, you have fresh shredded cheese. I go through a big block every single week, not only on pizzas, but we use them all the time for everything else in the house too. It's easy to wash, a great buy. Again, the link will be in the description below. Number 14 on the list. This again is a very I use this pretty much every single day. This is a great cutting board. This is from a company in California called Saunders, right there, Saunders, Los Angeles. A great company. I think for the money, you get the best quality wood, the best product for a very affordable price for getting such a great cutting board. These are awesome. I have one that's even about double this size also. This is a great kind of go-to board for an everyday board. So I would definitely suggest that the minimum get one this size. If you're going to be making more than 1 or 2 pizzas, I would get the bigger one because it's great to serve 2 or 3 pizzas on it. This is great too for everything else. You don't want to get a bamboo one because it destroys the sharp edge of your knives too if you're using it for other things. So get a nice quality wood one. So cutting boards, number 14 on the list. Number 13 on my list is my handheld mandolin. I use this all the time, and as I mentioned, this is one of those things to take your pizza making to the next level. One of the all-time favorite pizzas I make here for everybody, friends and family, is my truffle cream and mushroom. And the key to it is getting paper thin mushrooms. So I take tons of mushrooms and I shred them paper thin, cover the entire pizza with it. So this is a great one. It's easy to wash. It comes with this finger guard so you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers off. It's a great product, very affordable. Again, the link will be down below. This is great to have for taking your pizza to that next level. Number 12, it kind of goes hand in hand with the mandolin, but to make my truffle pizza, another great thing is to have some great ingredients. These are, I love black truffle, but I can't afford to buy black truffles every day just to make a pizza, and they're not in season all the time. So when you get them in the jar, they're not quite the same as getting a fresh one. So what I've done is I use this. It's truffle zest and then truffle salt and then a good quality truffle oil. So don't just buy any random synthetic truffle oil. Make sure you get one that's basically a great Italian extra virgin olive oil that actually has black truffle in it to get a high quality truffle oil. Again, the truffle zest and truffle salt. These make it really takes that, it gives you that umami flavor, that flavor that everybody's like, oh my God, I love that. That's so good. Number 11 on the list is a good sauce ladle. This is a great ladle. You want one that's big, but not too big. I mean, at a minimum, you want about 2 tablespoons worth of sauce on a typical Neapolitan pizza. This is a great one. It's small, compact, very easy to wash. It doesn't really make a difference what brand or style. I like this one just because I just like the weight of it. It feels good, but I'll put some links and some different varieties. Now we're getting to the top 10. These are ones where they're not only nice to have, but they're pretty much essential for me at least. One is this stainless steel work table. I absolutely love this table. I've had it now for I think almost 3 years. I have also I bought a cover for it too, and it's lasted up. I mean, I keep it out year round. It's out in the rain, snow. It's doing well. I mean, there is some weathering. It's a little bit of age, but it's still a great table. When you're getting a stainless table, I mean, you obviously don't need a huge one, but I would get one that's at least maybe 3 feet wide by 2 feet deep, and make sure, I like having this edge on the back. It keeps your ingredients from, so they don't fall off the back, and then when you're the flour and stuff, it just makes it easier. It's from a kitchen table, it makes it easier to have this edge, so you don't have to worry about anything falling off or your flour and stuff making a huge mess. So number 10 on the list would definitely be a stainless steel work surface, a nice table like this. Number 9 on my list are these Rubbermaid Brilliance containers. These are the best containers I found for making pizza and keeping my ingredients in. I use this bigger one. This is a 9.6 cup size. This is the one I make my biga starter, so my dough starter with. It's a perfect size to get the flour, the water, the yeast, everything in. I get the starter created, and I can, when I'm making dough, I always use this one. I also like this one. This is a 4.7 cup size. This is the size I use for my fresh mozzarella cheese and my sauce, because those are the 2 ingredients that you end up using the most of when you're making pizza. So for a standard pizza party at my house, when I'm making maybe around 10 pizzas, give or take, I fill mozzarella cheese and sauce up in this one. What did I just say it was? The 4.7 inch size. The smallest size I use is this one, which is 3.2 cups. This is the one I put my pecorino cheese in. Any other toppings like mushrooms or spinach or anything else like that would go into this size. Number 8 on my list is just a simple baking cooling rack. The cooling rack's great, so when you take the pizza out of the hot oven, it's very hot, and if you lay it right down on the table or on a pizza pan, what happens is that heat in the bottom of the pan, it makes moisture, and it can make the bottom of the pizza soggy. So what I do is I bring the pizza out, I set it on this cooling rack maybe for 30-40 seconds while I'm kind of cleaning up or getting the next pizza ready. That way it allows the bottom to cool just a little tiny bit, let some of that moisture out before I transfer the pizza onto the cutting board or to a pizza pan. Number 7 are these aluminum pizza pans. These are perfect size for Neapolitan pizza. These are great too. I have a whole set of them. So when I take the pizza, I bring it, put it on the cooling rack. When they're ready to go, I throw it on one of these. I go set it on the, I can cut it on these with the pizza cutter. I can leave it whole. I can take these to the table. People can start eating. And then when they're done, I can just throw it down on the bottom, wash. They're super easy to wash. They're dishwasher safe. These are great when you're going to be making lots of pizzas and you need to have someplace in a hurry to put them. They're easy to carry the pizza around with. They're just all in all a great product. They're indestructible, very affordable also. Number 7, this is a very important one too, is a infrared digital thermometer. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the Master Cool one. The reason I like this one is for the price. It's pretty much the same price as all the other ones, but this one comes with a super heavy duty case. It's waterproof, weather resistant. I leave this outside year round underneath this table. Inside you have the great same features. This is critical for measuring the temperature of the pizza stone to make sure that it's hot enough to maintain and cook a good pizza. All right, hopefully I've kept the right count. These are my top 5 pizza making essentials. I'm going to keep a link at the bottom for everything you saw today, and these are the ones I use every single week. And these 5 right here are, I would consider absolutely necessary to make good quality pizza. You absolutely need something like this. These are my favorite things that I literally use every single week. I'll start this way and work my way that way. Number 5, these are Doughmate's pizza dough boxes. I like this size of dough box, and I like the Doughmate ones because they're made out of high quality, food safe plastic. They're the perfect size. You can easily fit, I'd say about 8 dough balls in here maximum. And these are great if you need to cold ferment or you need to put them in the refrigerator for a while. These easily fit into a standard refrigerator too, so they don't take up a lot of space compared to a lot of the other brands that make them for pizza shops. They're huge. These are a great compact size for home. I can make up to 16 pizza dough balls and put them in here. You can actually buy a double set and you can double that quantity also. Another reason I like this brand is it comes with a dough spatula. This is another essential. I wasn't going to list this as if you don't buy the Doughmate ones, you need to get a spatula. I'll put a link below for one too, but this isn't the best spatula, but it works very well, and it comes free with the dough boxes. Number 4 is my pizza slicer. I love this one. I have about 20 different pizza slicers. but I always go back to, this is the original one I bought. This is a KitchenAid one. It has a great weight. The pizza wheel is actually, the cutting wheel is a smaller size, so it just makes it perfect for Neapolitan pizza. I find this to be the best size. It's the best quality, the best weight. I just really love this one. And all the other ones I have a bunch of professional ones that they're just too big, and it feels like it just destroys the pizza. This one is sharp. It's a perfect size. I just really like this one, and it's red. Number 3 is a pizza turning peel. This is the one I like the best. This is made by Pizza Party. I like this one the best because it's very lightweight aluminum. I have probably 20 different pizza turning peels, and I keep going back to this one. It's razor thin, which is extremely important. It can slide right underneath the pizza without any issues. You don't catch on anything. It has slots, so it allows any of the flour or the semolina to fall out if there's any left. It's super lightweight. The whole handle and the end are lightweight aluminum. It's great. It's so easy to turn if you need to turn with one arm. Very easy, very ergonomical. I highly recommend this turning peel. The handle is a perfect length also. Number 2 is a digital scale. This is absolutely critical for making pizza dough. Number 2 on the list is absolutely critical for making good quality pizza dough. Make sure it comes in grams. So ounces are okay, but they're not quite as accurate. So you want to do everything in grams. You want to make sure the minimum weight readout on it goes low enough. I would find one that goes to at least maybe a half a gram weight or even lower. That way when you need to do just a little sprinkle of yeast, maybe a half a gram of yeast or salt or something, you can easily measure it on this. I would also get one that's very easy to clean. This one's not ideal because it has glass on the top and it's hard to get some of the flour out underneath, so they make ones with stainless steel. I'll put some links for different kinds that I recommend on the bottom. And the number 1 pizza making accessory that you have to have, this is almost 100% essential. I mean, you can make dough by hand if you're making just a little bit here and there, but if you're making lots of pizza every single week like I am, you need to have a good mixer. I'd say a great entry-level one would be the KitchenAid mixer. I've had this thing for probably 15 years and it still works great. For making my batch of pizza dough, I usually make around 10, 15 pizzas when I make them. This is really about as small as mixers that you can get to make that amount. Anything more than that, you really need a commercial size of, but this is great for making kind of an average pizza night at your house. You do need to have a dough hook. So if you're gonna get a KitchenAid mixer, make sure you get the dough hook attachment to it. That's essential. Once you make the dough a few times with this, you still have to do a lot of stuff by hand. So I don't consider using a mixer cheating at all. You still make almost all the pizzerias in Italy and Naples, almost all of them use a mixer. So the whole idea of having to do everything by hand, that's kind of a farce. I mean, you still have to make the starter by hand. You still have to knead the dough by hand. You just don't. I use the mixer to actually mix the dough up and help speed the process up and makes it more consistent. So I know exactly what I'm getting every time I do it. So I highly recommend a KitchenAid. If you already have a KitchenAid and you want to up your game too, I'll put a link for maybe a spiral mixer, which would be that next level up, which will really elevate your pizza making to a whole nother level. But the issue with a spiral mixer is that at a minimum, they cost around $1,000 up to $3,000 or $4,000 depending which brand and size you want. It's not necessarily necessary to make pizza, but the number 1 object, this is the bonus number 1 in my heart, my olive oil cruette. This is my absolute favorite pizza making accessory that I own. Out of all the things I have, this is the one that brings a smile to my face every time I use it. So this is from Naples. These are kind of the authentic pizzaiolo, like oil cruette. It's hard to find this smaller size, but I'll put a link. I know that the one that's a little bit larger than this, it's great too. I absolutely love this thing. It's not for everybody. It does drip a little here and there, and maybe it's not the most airtight, but from a nostalgia, what I love the most, this is it. This is my number 1 thing that I own for making pizzas. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. It does help the channel. I'll put all the links below. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to me. And I'd also love to hear, what are your top 15 essentials, or what are the top things that you use for making pizza that I may not have mentioned today? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Have a good day. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,